Have you ever wondered whether male multiple orgasms were possible? Were they really a thing? Is that just something that's all the hype or something you read in a book, or is that possible? Well, in today's video, I am going to address that and share with you a little bit more about that. I am Céline Remy, the Intimacy Angel, and I am here to help you bring your sexy back in life. Now, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like today's video, and then let me know in the comments below if you've ever experienced multiple orgasms as a guy. So orgasms and ejaculation are two different things. If you can understand that, then it makes sense that multiple orgasms can occur. Orgasm is a feeling of euphoria. It's a sense of connection. It's also rhythmical contractions that happen in your muscles that tend to feel good and give to that sense of that euphoria that I talked about. Ejaculation, on the other hand, is the release of semen, and it gives you a sense of relaxation most of the time. Now, for most men, they tend to be bundled up and happen together, but they are not happening at the same time. If you were to slow things down a little bit, what you would see is that you would start to feel some of the contractions that happen. And there's the orgasm that happens. Then you get into this point of no return and the ejaculation. If you learn to slow things down, if you learn to have more control over your body, then you can stop yourself from going to that point of no return where there's the ejaculation that happens, and you can simply stay into the orgasm phase. And if you have an orgasm without an ejaculation, there's no longer a need for a refractory period, and you can keep on going. And you can experience more than one orgasm. You can also experience orgasms that are in the whole body, that are full body orgasmic experience rather than just a genital experience. But it's all about understanding the mechanics of how things work, understanding your body, and believing that it is a possibility that can happen. Now, do the orgasms always feel the same as an ejaculation? Apparently, they do not. Sometimes there's a specific sensation and release that happens with the ejaculation. And with the orgasms, they can be much more refined or also different. And in a sense, they get much closer to what we women tend to feel when we have orgasms. Sometimes we have these like mind-blowing experiences. Sometimes it's just a little ripple of energy that courses through our bodies. And it can be the same for you. Sometimes it will really alter you. Sometimes it will just feel like a little wave of pleasure. And so if you only expect it to look a certain way, you might miss the mark. But believe me, it is possible. You can separate your ejaculation and orgasm, and you can have more than one. So get started right away. I'll give you the first step to get started because it's worth experimenting. Now, it might take a little while to get there, and it might take some patience and practice. Oh, well, just means you're going to have to masturbate a little bit more, but hey, that's a great thing to have to do. So what you need to be able to do is to become more familiar with your arousal scale. Your arousal scale tells you where you are on that arousal. So when you start to get excited, when you start to get engorged, there's that sweet spot between 6 and 8 where you have a good erection and you're like, you could go for as long as you wish. There's nothing that could like take you over the edge. Then that's when you need to start to pay attention, because the orgasms will happen maybe a little bit around that 9.25, then the point of no return at 9.5, and the ejaculation at 10. And you need to slow things down to start to notice what are the signs happening in my body, when am I starting to have contractions, and rather than keep going and pushing, to simply relax and surrender into that until the contractions pass, and then you can go back to it. And only through practice can you be able to do that. So that's your first step to start to experience that separation of the ejaculation and orgasm, and start to have more than just one orgasm, and start to make them multiple, as many as you wish. I hope today's video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.